Meanwhile in Africa.
During our time in Luhonga, in Democratic Republic of the Congo, Eric and I met Alex and Faida, a young couple. We met them at the emergency clinic that we set up there because so many people were critically ill with malaria, and we started treatment for everybody that was sick. We had about 70 people standing in a line to be helped by one nurse from the Salvation Army that's working with us. The next moment I saw everybody in the line just made space. They started pushing each other out of the way. One of our caregivers came walking into the little clinic with a young man who seemed to be drunk, but actually had such a high fever because of malaria that he was disorientated. They took him into the clinic and immediately put him on a drip. When I went into the room, there was another young lady also lying on a bed with a drip. And I was told that they were actually married and they were orphans. A few days later, Eric and I went to go and do a holy home visit to Alex and Faida and their 3 children. And oh my goodness. Alex just shared his story. It's just wave after wave of malaria, typhoid. He just wept as he spoke to us. He just can't work for longer than 2 or 3 weeks and then I'm down with malaria and I just don't recover. As Eric and I sat there, we realized there was nothing in that house. Not a crumb of bread. There was nothing. We were so deeply challenged that day. We supported them a bit, we prayed for them, and we returned after a few days and we said to them, we know that you are also orphans. Why don't you join our care work to care for the orphans in Luhonga? And in doing that, your children can also be part of that feeding point. We can help you as you help us because you are so good with orphans. By the time we left Luhonga, I watched Alex playing with the young boys and Faida cooking food with the volunteers. You see, if you've been an orphan, you know how to care for orphans. If you suffered, you know how to have compassion on those who suffer. And that's one of the signs that we have. If we honestly have been saved by grace, if we know just how lost and desperately poor we were, we will always reach out to those who are poor physically and spiritually around us.
www.handsatwork.org